Hey everybody, welcome back to Microphone Marketing, how to get ready, get booked, and get clients in 30 days. Brian Sharp, and we're going to move into the second video in our course here, really focused on getting you booked. Assuming you now know your topic, your purpose, the audience, and you've begun to outline that powerful presentation, we now want to give you 10 ways to get booked within 10 days. And I will tell you, these are true proven strategies that not only have I used, but continue to use in my own market that allows me to speak 30 to 50 times a year without promoting myself at all anymore. So these are really simple, powerful strategies that any of us can use. And for some of you, it's going to be a nice brush up. And for some of you, you might think, wow, I hadn't even thought of that. So we're going to dive right in with our first one. And they're in no particular order. But the first strategy would be to write. And it's easy to get hung up on writing. I know writing is challenging for me because it takes a lot of discipline, a lot of time, and we sometimes feel like we have to be perfect. But we don't. What we need is great content. We need to be content creators. And you can do that by way of blogs and articles and certainly by writing books. One of the things I encourage you to maybe look at doing is a collaborative book and have some great resources, people I can connect you with that are really wonderful at putting those together. That's where I started. But blogs and articles, I mean, they don't take any money and anybody can do them. And they really help position you as an expert and create some opportunities for you to start speaking. So writing would be one of the first strategies I'd recommend. The second, which is very similar, is interviewing. This is kind of the verbal version of that. And I know you might be thinking, well, of course, yeah, if I could interview, that's the whole point, is I want to start speaking. But interview is kind of a different skill. It's kind of a different opportunity, and podcasting and radio and online and offline and social media groups, and in particular, one of the largest growing opportunities to get interviewed is in some of the LinkedIn groups that are emerging. So if you know your audience and you know your topic, I'd encourage you to look into some of the groups that are forming and see if you can add some value and go in and interview. But also remember that you can trade off. You can find a partner where you agree to interview them and they'll interview you, and you start pushing that information out there. So interviewing is a great way to start getting your content out into the community. The third thing is volunteer. And volunteering for me, I think, is a win-win because it allows you to go out and really create an impact, but really show your stuff, right? So you could serve on a board and maybe showcase that skill set that you have. Maybe you participate in a community group or a program like SCORE where you help people create their business plans or work through their business challenges. Maybe it's just volunteering and speaking at some of the local colleges and in business classes or the nonprofits, or finding some way to align this amazing expertise you have to benefit somebody, and in turn it'll build your business. It'll start positioning you as the go-to resource, as somebody who is thought of when that topic comes up. So volunteering can be a really powerful win-win for everybody. Number 4 is partnering. And this can be a really great place for a lot of new speakers to start. You find somebody that has a similar target market and just similar enough a topic to where it makes sense to speak together, but not so similar to where you're kind of battling for the same dollar or for the same client. Now, I want to caution you because I have a partner rule, and a partner rule is this, that individually the partners should be able to be successful on their own, but together you create a much greater opportunity. So if you reach out to somebody that maybe is already having a lot of success speaking, make sure you serve them first. Make sure you find ways to help them and show them you're not just there to take advantage of their list or their speaking gigs. And the reverse is true, that when you start getting opportunities, people are going to approach you, and you want to make sure it's for the right reasons for both of you. But partners can be great. CPAs and financial planners and realtors and loan officers, life coaches and business coaches. You can really do some fun, powerful things when you're aligned with the right person. So partnering may be a really great strategy for some of you to get started right away. The next one would be speaker groups. Number 5 is speaker groups, because a lot of people come to me and they say, well, Brian, there's no places to speak. And there's plenty of places. Now, these may not be opportunities where you're going to gain clients, but it certainly is an opportunity to practice your presentation. And let me tell you from experience, it's a lot better to practice in a safe environment instead of in front of your target market, right? So groups like Toastmasters, there's meetup groups dedicated to speaking. For example, in my own market up in Sacramento, the largest business meetup, Sacramento Speakers, is actually obviously a speaker group. And then we have the Business Speakers Network, and we have a local group up here, and we're starting to build them around the country. So if you're interested and want to create a place to practice, let us know. We'll help you get one started in your local community. But you want to find a place to practice, and that's what speaker groups are really designed for. Number 6 are service clubs, and I love service clubs because, again, you're serving a group of people that are really doing great things out there. But you know what? They need you. The average service club is meeting every week, and they're looking for great business topic speakers to come in and do what? Add value to their membership, right? So it's a win-win for everybody. But here's the coolest part. There's such a massive volume of opportunity here. If you take the average city has, let's just say, 4 service clubs, and many of them have many, many more than that. But let's just say 4 for the sake of the example. And they meet every week of the year. That's over 200 opportunities every year in the average city. And you look at a place like where I live in Sacramento, there's dozens of cities, but if you just look at the top 10, that's 2,000 opportunities to get in front of a room full of people to deliver your message. Folks, there's plenty of spots. We just got to let them know who you are so we can get you in front of that room. Service clubs, great place to go get booked. Number 7 are chambers, and a very similar reason, although less volume, but every city typically has a chamber of commerce. But here's a strategy I'd encourage you to employ is don't necessarily try and go in right at the top. Takes some time, but they have subgroups like small office, home office called SOHO groups, or young professionals called YPOs, or new member groups. And guess what they're all looking for? You guessed it, business speakers. And they're very, very loyal, and they'll continue to refer you, and you'll develop great relationships, and often with great leaders of your local communities. So chambers can be a great place to get in and get booked. Number 8 are associations, and I believe this is probably the most powerful tool and also the most underutilized tool for business speakers. And here's why. There's over 15,000 associations in the United States. And the best part is, anytime you speak in front of one, you're dealing with a specific target market. So if you know your audience and you know your topic, and you go after the right associations, you can be planted in front of the absolute perfect prospects every time. And if you do a great job, guess what? They put you in front of other similar associations. It's a beautiful formula. And yet most people don't do it because it takes a little bit of research and preparation. Here's a great resource that I've used to land a lot of opportunities. Weddles.com is an online resource where you can get a list of all the associations for free throughout the U.S., and they're listed by industry. It's served up and ready for you, so take advantage of it. Associations are a huge, huge opportunity. Number 9 are business groups, and with the economy how it's been, there's been a resurgence, a massive explosion of groups from networking and training to meetup groups, just like professionals trying to get together and build relationships and build their businesses. And they're all looking for speakers. Now, some networking groups are closed. In other words, they don't allow outside speakers, although there's always exceptions, but you can always join one. And then they have to let you speak. That's what I did. But there's also opportunities with some that are open, training groups, meetups. Again, if you know your market and you know your topic, you could do some really great research to find meetups and different groups that would love to have you come in and add value to their members. Business groups, great place to start. And number 10 is my favorite, I think the most powerful, I believe has been the most impactful way for us to build our business and our brand in our local market is putting on events. Book yourself. And we're going to dedicate an entire video to just this because I don't think it's being taught, and I think there's a massive opportunity for all of us to go out and really make an impact in our own local communities. So we're going to teach you how to put on successful events in one of the upcoming videos. But for now, I just want to whet your appetite, get you thinking about what could you do amongst your common target market. What kind of topic or event or club would draw them in to give you that opportunity and that responsibility to really help them on a monthly or quarterly basis. Book yourself. That one's exciting. We'll talk more about that soon. For now, here's your marching orders. Talk to 10. Talk to 10. I want you to make a list of people, a minimum of 5, that you know today if you were to call them, they know who you are, you can clearly articulate your topic and your audience, and if you were to ask them for an opportunity to speak to their staff, to their board, to their volunteers, to their students, that they could put you in front of 10 people. I want you to think simple. For the moment, I even want you to think small, because sometimes we make it bigger than it needs to be. You can talk to 10. I guarantee just about every single one of you, if you're ready and you made that list, you could get booked tomorrow. Talk to 10. When you get booked, call us. We'll help you with the rest. For now, that's how we start to get booked. Those are 10 of the most powerful strategies, and we have a lot more great training on it, but for now that should be enough to get you started. Keep an eye out for our next video, how to create impact and income on stage, because once you get that gig, we want to make sure that you're effective and powerful and impactful. So that's coming real soon. Thanks again, guys, for watching. We'll see you on the next one.